Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is Anna with Soul Embrace Tarot, and I wanted to do a reading for Libra. Are we in the Libra season? Yeah, we are. Happy Libra season, everyone. I felt compelled to do, and so I'll try my best to do this for all the signs. Let's see what's going on with Libra that they were pulling me for a reading. One more. What message does Libra need to hear at this time, Spirit? What's going on with them? Whew. Ooh. You're on the struggle bus. There's been a lot of like conflict or just challenges, and your intuition is not quite in balance. So you're dealing with a lot. Maybe with family conflict, possibly. But I see you wanting to or being willing to walk away from everything. That's maybe the desire that you have at the moment is, I want to walk away from all this shit. But you need to reconnect with your intuition, because that's really what's going to allow you to walk away in a way that you don't feel guilty later, or you don't feel dissatisfied with your decision. You understand? Because you most definitely can walk away from anything. That's your free will choice to do so. But you're going to feel, I sense you're going to feel guilty about it. If you make this the right decision, if you do it the right way, you will feel confident with your decision. You have to connect with your, hold on. There's just been some instability in your foundation, particularly, possibly, financially. But also I feel like there's been some challenges at work, but also I see family situation. I see family issues. Whatever is your foundation. So the foundation is family. Foundation is stability in terms of, finances, financial stability. So there's been issues there. You don't trust yourself. You've sort of, it's hard when there's some challenges present. It's hard to maintain your center. It really is difficult. You get defeated, right? You're just defeated by all the constant challenges, one after the other. And you're like, are you kidding me? Like, really? So you begin to doubt the decisions you've made, because I feel that you may have said something to someone that kind of started a battle or a challenge in your life. I don't know, I feel the voice, the throat chakra being used. So you spoke up about something, finally maybe at work, and that's caused some kind of really big, stirring up within colleagues, within work, the workplace. And I think you were on a roll financially speaking, and something happened where now, maybe it's an up and down thing. You're doing well, and then you overspend, or you get too confident with yourself, so you buy things you don't necessarily need, you just want, which is okay. We have to enjoy our lives, right? But there may be some financial issues. I already said that, but it's trying to build a story for me. There's no tower on the table, but I'm sensing a tower. You know what I mean? Because you're wanting to walk away from a job, walk away from relationships. I'm sensing that, wanting to escape, but it's not going to help. I'm just telling you, sorry. Escaping doesn't help. You have to confront the situation so that you can understand the decisions you've made and how they affect all the areas of your life. There's something you have to see how you contributed to whatever's happening here. If it's a work situation that you haven't contributed, I feel like you've said something. I don't know why. I feel like you speak up, or you say something and it stirs things up, or you did it once, and maybe that's the beginning of the end in that workplace situation. Like you're sick of it and you spoke up, or you want to, and that's part of the walking away. Maybe. This one feels a little more complicated, this instability. I'm going to look at that one separately, I think. Let me just start doing that. Here, before I do that, do you want to say anything? Add anything to this before I begin to pick apart the story? Anything else that you need to contribute to Libra's reading here? Oof, man. Yeah, I feel like you've reached a point of sick of this shit. I don't mean to laugh. I reach those points quite a bit. I'm used to it. But I feel like you've reached that point of, I am sick of it. There's a lot of that going on. You've maybe been, with your own challenges, personal challenges, but then it extended beyond, and now everything else is challenging, and you're like, oh no, I'm done, right? I'm done. But you want to detach. You want to detach because you're sick of it. However, you can't just do that. I mean, yeah, you can. I'll take that back. You can do that. That's your free will choice. It's not wise to do that, though. I feel like you're just going to bring that with you wherever it is that you go, You need to realign yourself. Not necessarily, you can leave a job for sure. You can even leave a relationship. You can distance yourself from family that are causing you issues for sure. You can do all that. But you want to be able to do that from a healed place. And I'm not saying this will take 5 years, although it can, I suppose. That depends how long it takes you to heal. But at least begin to understand that you need healing. Even just that is a beginning. You definitely need to realign your intuition. And that means because you're not trusting yourself at the moment, or you haven't been trusting your decisions, because you feel like you're blaming yourself for any challenges or stuff that's happening that's derailing. You're blaming it on yourself. And maybe, hey, it's good to be reflective and to maybe understand what you've contributed, but it's never always all your fault. Everyone contributes their little piece to the derailment of a relationship, of a work situation, whatever. Everyone contributes a little piece, okay? That the puzzle is created by a bunch of people, but it's good to acknowledge your role. It's always good to do that, in my opinion. I feel that that adds to growth and to awareness and to not repeating the mistakes, right? Because the you that may have contributed to this chaos is no longer the same person. It's not the same you anymore. When you look back, and that anger, that frustration, that uneasy feeling, the desire to escape and to run away, it means that you're no longer comfortable in that situation, in that environment, in that relationship, in that job, whatever it is. It's so uncomfortable because you're changing, you're growing. There's something about you that's not comfortable with that anymore, with that chaos. That's valuable, and that's growth, and that's important. However, you can't just escape, because you're going to bring that with you. I already said that, but I'll say it again. You're going to bring it with you. Okay? Whew. It's heavy. This feels heavy. You need to realign yourself. And those are baby steps. Those are small things you can take. Just by acknowledging that, yeah, I'm not comfortable with this anymore, is the beginning of something. Understand, take some deep breaths. Shut off the social media and the TV and go, as they say, touch grass. You know what I mean? Step outside, look at the trees, look at the sky. If you have no trees around you, look at the sky and just breathe and ask for peace and guidance. Start to realign yourself in that way. It can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be complicated. Like, I'm not going to tell you, sit down for an hour and meditate. I can't ask you to do that because I can't even do that at this point in my life. You know what I mean? It's not realistic, but taking a deep breath is feasible. Closing your eyes and promising yourself that you're going to try your best to step out of this frustration, even if you can't leave the job, even if you can't distance yourself from toxic family relationships or dynamics. You can promise yourself that you're going to try to realign yourself so that you can have the clearest energy to make the best decisions possible moving forward. That's not that difficult to do. and make it a habit, maybe every day, in the morning when you wake up. Thank you for this new day, for me to begin to get this right. For me to begin to try to heal, for me to begin to treat myself better, for me to begin to connect with my intuition. Thank you for another day. You can wake up that way and just move about your day, and you can then find your anger again and then remind yourself. But I believe that will begin to help. Okay. All right. Ooh. Which one do I want to do first? Let's take this out of the way first. The financial, this one, this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Can you give me more information about that? You see? Some of you have a person in your life that helps you perhaps financially, and they are very authoritative in your life. They kind of maybe want to tell you what to do because I'm helping you financially. I have the right to tell you what to do. Not everyone will have that, but I feel someone does. And what should you do about that? Maybe acknowledge that. You may not even, because it may be a parent, and it's hard to, it's hard. I know it's hard. You have someone that helps you, maybe not directly giving you money, although indirectly it may be financial help by doing things that give you a break on having to spend money. It's still financial help in a way, right? There's a dependency there, a codependency there, and you're going to have to address that. That's because it causes a lot of that anger, the hold or the power. Sorry for that light. Is it? No, it's not too bad. That has a hold on you. So you have to kind of think about that relationship or that connection. And this could represent a boss. It doesn't have to be a family member, although the Ten of Pentacles is very family oriented. Because in upright, it's in reverse. Upright, the Ten of Pentacles is family, it's legacy. It's like the perfect situation, the perfect, nothing's perfect, but ideal, right? It's a good balanced relationship. There's financial stability, there's just prosperity and leaving legacies and all that stuff. In reverse, it's a hot mess. In reverse, it's a hot mess, and the foundation is unstable and all that. There could be bankruptcy, financial ruin, breakup of relationship, of family, very unstable. And so, yeah. No. Yeah, no. Here, you talk. I haven't used you in a while. Let me shuffle you again. Oh, you're hard to shuffle. Hey, you have a few cards stuck in there from because I have two. Oh. You know what? That's fine. No wonder it's hard to shuffle. Okay, just tell me more about that. Hey, it's hard. Let me grab half and then I'll do the other half. You see? That was easy. Yes. Oh, you're in the process of a transformation, okay? And this ties in with the guidance that I did earlier for the week about people pleasing. You sacrifice a lot of yourself because there's a person or a situation that helps you in other ways, and you allow yourself to be walked all over. And that's harsh, but yeah. I feel like there's going to be a major situation happening here regarding, for many of you, it's a job, your workplace. Because you've been doing you've been sacrificing yourself for this situation. I don't quite know how to explain that better at the moment. But there's something transforming there. You're either going to leave the job willingly on your own from your decision, or it's going to just terminate some big transitions happening with that situation. If it's someone that's helping you but also manipulating you at the same time because they're helping you, that relationship is going to shift. There will be an ending of that, and I'm not, that's more complicated than I can help you with here. So we're gonna leave that, but that's part of the bigger desire to walk away. Maybe that's you that makes that decision, you know? What else, Spirit, for the rest of the whole reading? Maybe something else will come from that during the reading. I'll try and see if something else comes through. Yeah, you need to balance. Yeah, you've been feeling like a bit isolated, and you need to reconnect with your intuition, but also your masculine and feminine energies. This is getting now more complicated. Because I feel like you may be in particular your emotions. I feel like you need to heal the inner feminine because it's heavy on there's a lot of distorted masculine energy here. Okay? Energetically distorted masculine. Like the feminine energy needs to heal. And you need to research how to do that. You need to do a lot of buy yourself some flowers. I don't know. I wouldn't do that because I don't like having flowers. I don't like that flowers are killed just to be put in a vase. I have issues with that. But, do some softer things. I don't know how to quite give you advice on that. You're going to have to research that. Things that heal your feminine energy regarding love, self-love. Be kind to yourself. Do things that make you smile. Watch things that make you giggle. Watch cute animal videos. If you like animals, and if you don't, I don't want you to be in my channel. Get out of my life. If you don't love animals, what's wrong with you? But yeah, you need to soften your life a little bit. There's been a lot of really just tough, hard challenges, and you've maybe been given into a lot of anger, and that detaches you from the softness in life, the beautiful things in life. Go out and look at nature. Take deep breaths outside if you can. It's highly encouraged here. You need to balance your inner feminine and inner masculine energies. The challenges, the conflict begins within yourself, and it radiates outward as anger to other people, to yourself. You're not being true to yourself by allowing yourself to stay in a situation where maybe you're being taken advantage of or manipulated because you're getting money. And it's not even enough because it seems like there's instability there regarding your finances. Okay. Yeah. And you don't speak like I said you spoke up for yourself at some point here, and that added maybe to some challenges. But I feel like you don't do that as a way of, you might have spoken up maybe for others because there was an injustice in someone else's life, but you don't speak up for yourself. I feel like you put yourself last. And that's very, it creates a sense of isolation because you maybe are expecting others to speak up for you as well, and it's not happening. Ooh, this is deep. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah. You need to go deep and really, really look at what it is that you need to do to remove the battle within, and to remove, or, you know, just soften or fade out this kind of inner challenge. I feel that the battle begins, again, I said that, but I'll say it again, I guess. The battle begins within. You need to reconnect with your inner feminine energy. If you ever were connected. I mean, I'm sure at some point you were. Yeah, you see, you're the problem solver, right? You solve the problems for everybody else. Meanwhile, you have really a lot of like really amazing ideas and amazing, you're very creative and you're very innovative and you're resourceful and you have really great ideas. And maybe where you are, it's not being acknowledged or understood. Those are decisions you have to begin to make. You know, am I willing to stay in a situation where I'm not being recognized for what I bring to the table, and where I'm not, you know, I mean, everyone wants to be accepted and actually like recognized for who you are, for who you truly are. And yeah. So there's some isolation there because I feel like you speak up for other people, you stand up for other people's causes, and you feel that others don't necessarily do that for you. And that's very isolating. Maybe you're beginning to recognize that, and that's what's causing more of that inner frustration, right? The desire to walk away isn't necessarily just to walk away from the people or the place, but you're probably wanting to walk away from that feeling that you have. That's why it goes with you wherever you go, because it's gonna follow you, because it's within you. Oh, sorry. Hi, mi amor. It's a little girl. Who's that little girl? Sorry, Wendy's over there. Te va a contar. Cuéntate, mi amor. Cuéntate. All right. Let's clarify the wanting to walk away. Let's do that. That was too many, but this is enough. Yeah, you see, that's what it is. You need love in your life. And it begins with you. You need to reconnect with your intuition. You know, we need to flip the high priestess so that and that's your feminine energy, your inner feminine energy. That's where, you know, your inner feminine is angry. She's frustrated. You need affection. You need appreciation. But again, you can't just walk away from a place or people that don't appreciate you, because it's you that is giving off the energy that I don't need to be appreciated, because that's okay. I appreciate you. In other words, you know, you're giving out all of your energy and you're not allowing them to return it. What you need is love. What you need is to find people that are devoted to you, people who have affection, true affection for you. Now, you know, that's easier said than done. I'm not saying to go, you know, what am I saying? I'm just saying you need to open yourself up more to that. I think you've closed yourself off, probably, maybe, possibly, some of you, not all of you. You've isolated yourself enough. Your inner self, you've isolated yourself You walked away from the love. You walked away from the loving things, the things that are sweet, friendships, right? Those are the gifts in your life. The true friendships that are give and take, not just take. You walked away from that. You abandoned that. Maybe you need to regroup yourself and reconnect with people that you let go in your life. I don't know. Hi, Wendy girl. Oh, yes, Anina. You're so pretty. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yes, but no, I'm not taking all that. Are you kidding me? Oh. Yeah, look at the isolation. Look at that. More isolation. You're the one that has maybe, or you feel secluded, you feel isolated, you feel out of touch, you feel insulated, like you're not connected. Maybe you feel like people don't connect with you. But this is what it's slippery. Oh. Yeah, I see you moving on from something. You're moving on for sure. But I would like for you to do that with you have to do what you love. It's coming through now really strongly. You've detached yourself, you've possibly secluded maybe you're like, I haven't done any of that. That's fine. And maybe this part is not for you, maybe. Or maybe think about that again, maybe not physically, but internally. I'm talking about an internal isolation, an internal turning away from the beautiful things, the sweet things, the kindness, the friendships, the true gifts in life. There's been a harshness here, and your finances will realign themselves if you're struggling financially. If you really make the decisions to walk away from a relationship, a job, whatever it is, by doing what you love, people will align with you that are aligned with you. Your soul tribe people. Because you're doing what you love, you're exploring, you have great ideas. You have an entrepreneurial kind of spirit. You could probably open your own business. You can do whatever you want. Okay, you're very resourceful, you're very clever, and you have great ideas, inspired ideas, and you get more inspiration the more you really soften your life. I don't know why I want to say it that way. Like there's been a shell, a harshness about certain areas of your life. You're in the process of a transformation. You've sacrificed enough of yourself for others. Now it's time for you to explore your inner child, right? What did you like to do when you were little? What were the things you dreamt about that made you laugh? Explore that, and you will connect with a new community. I see a new direction coming in for you here. You feel like, I'm going to leave everything behind, and it sounds harsh, but I believe that actually once you do that, within the energy of wanting to heal and to realign yourself with your intuition, with what it is you truly want to do, wishes will start to be granted for you. You've been stuck here. There's been a stuckness, right? A stuckness. It's time for you to reconnect with that beautiful part of who you are. And then prosperity falls into place because you're following your true passions, what it is you want to do. Delight in the simple things, right? Don't complicate it too much. Start small, but definitely you can move on without anger. Move on knowing that you're moving into a beautiful new direction. Without anger, without resentments. You have to heal that, okay? And come to terms with maybe time that you've sacrificed in the same frustration and challenges, right? Don't allow that to continue when you move on. I see you moving on. When? I don't know. That depends on you. You make that decision. But I see you aligning with people that I really, really appreciate you. And there's love that comes back into your life, friendships, true friendships that really appreciate you for who you are in your core. Whew. Okay. Spirit, what does Libra need to do? What else do, I mean, there's a lot they got to do, right? I see this beautiful new direction here for you. It's beautiful. It's aligned. You're happy. Your inner child is glowing. It's happy. The fulfilled. You know, you find the loyalties that it is that you've been yearning for, and the loyalties are true. It's not connected to, oh, because you do things for me. That's not loyalty, right? That's not true loyalty. There's been a yearning, a sadness, isolation, loneliness, right? And that changes here. And now you as an introvert maybe are saying, oh my God, I don't want that. But you will want it, because it's just, it's effortless. It's natural. It's not forced. It's not forced on you. It's something that's just naturally a part of your life, and you enjoy it and you love it. You won't be in this anymore. You understand? But you have to make an effort to make the changes, right? To begin connecting with that intuition, because you may have disconnected because you felt maybe you didn't trust it, because no matter what decisions I make, I still get the same crap. So reconnect with the intuition, because your intuition doesn't fail you. That's part of that inner feminine energy. That's the feminine energy, okay? That needs to realign with and the masculine needs to align too. He's been distorted for a while. He needs to realign to, okay, he likes fixing things. He likes solving problems, but not with any agendas. You solve problems because it's part of your nature, and it's something you enjoy doing. You see, it's action, but not action tied to manipulation or tied to anything negative. I hope that made sense. Okay. What else do they need to know? There you go. This too, right? Surrender to spirit. I think that's been abandoned here as well, maybe a little bit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. I like that. Let me get, hold on. Because I wasn't going to do this reading. I was just prompted as I was doing the weekly guidance. So, you called me. Someone called me. Some Libra called me to do this reading. Okay, Spirit, from their Akashic record. From the Akashic record. What else do they need to know? Last message here for Libra. Inner peace. Oh my gosh. Take a deep breath right now. Breathe in. Hold it for a little bit. Thank you. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. This is high vibration. This is low vibration. I see you wanting to walk away because there's something within you that is growing, that is wanting to evolve. When you become uncomfortable with the low vibration, that means that your higher self is calling you into action. Okay? Libra, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed doing it for you. Thank you so much. My soul embraces yours. Till next time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.